Hey besties, it has been so long since I've made a vlog, follow along with me on my day, see how I manage with my BPD, and that is because I've been a bit embarrassed and I want to talk to you a little bit about it before I get into all the things that I do to manage my borderline personality disorder because it takes a lot of work. A lot of work. If you've been here since the beginning, I want to thank you guys so much for following along on my YouTube journey. I used to be a lot more consistent on here and I stopped because I got a little bit embarrassed and didn't know how to talk about it or express it yet. But now I'm finally in a better headspace and I know it took me over a year, but now I'm here. Sometimes that's how life is, and that's okay. Sometimes we need a break. About 2 years ago, I was posting on here. I was in a relationship. Honestly, I don't think any of those videos are up with me and him anymore, but if they are, oops. But I was in a really toxic relationship with somebody, and I didn't really realize at the time what was happening was abuse. And obviously, because I wasn't aware of that yet, I was processing a lot of things and still posting on here and acting like I was okay when I really was the furthest thing from it. I'm not going to go too into detail about what happened. I have before on other podcast episodes, on random social media posts, but I feel like that's not today's topic. But I was just very much just processing that all and still trying to post, still trying to do the thing. And I was just pushing myself way too much. I also had to move back into my childhood home, which was very hard for me since I basically ran out as soon as I could. So it was really humbling to say the least, and I felt really embarrassed and bad about myself and that no one would listen to me because I guess was taking a few steps backwards. But now that I'm here today, I don't see it as taking a few steps backwards. I think it was like the strongest decision I could have ever made because I could have stayed in that situation and pushed through, but that really isn't me pushing through. It was still putting myself in an environment that I no longer needed to be in, and honestly was just going to damage me even more. So now I've been back home. I've been saving lots of money because I don't know where my next journey is going to take me, and I don't think I should rush it like I have before. Like, I'm learning a lot more. I'm doing a lot better, and that's amazing because now I can be back with you guys and I can actually process things in real time instead of pushing it off to the side because I didn't know what was happening at all. But now I know what's happening. I know the things now, and I'm feeling a lot better. So don't worry about me. I'm back. I'm better than ever. But that's not today's topic, not whatsoever. Maybe I'll do a little story time about that a little more in depth. If anyone needs it, let me know in the comments down below if that's something you're interested in, something you've gone through before and you don't hear talked about enough. Because not knowing that you're being abused for 2 to 3 years is crazy. And then learning that was very much abuse is crazy. And then having to move back into your childhood home is crazy. It's all crazy. It's crazy to me. So if you want a video like that, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. But that's besides the point. That's not what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about habits and routine and managing your borderline personality disorder because your girl knows how hard that is. Trust me. I had no routine. I had no motivation to have a routine. I didn't care to have a routine. Yes, I want to seem like I put myself off great in the world, but I didn't care about managing any of the behind the scenes. I didn't think that small things like eating your breakfast or going on a small walk would really promote good, I never said I was smart. Good, what is it called? Good emotions, good, what is this called? Okay, we're going to say good, healthy hormones because that's what we need in order to live a happy life, okay? We need all the dopamines, we need the serotonins, because of someone with BPD, there may be a lack thereof. There was for me. So I just didn't think any of the behind the scenes works really promoted you into living a happy, healthy life. I'm like, okay, I go on a walk, but who really cares? Like, if I don't want to go on a walk, why would I go on a walk? It's not going to do anything for me other than make me annoyed that I have to go on a walk. Or if I have to make a meal to actually regulate the hormones going on inside my body, like the physical hormones, not the mental hormones. Well, they do play in your mental hormones. But I thought, why would I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like doing those things. I could just eat this bag of gummies and I'm going to feel great. If I didn't have any plans for the day, I was not getting up. I was not getting ready. I would just lay there until someone would text me and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do today. And I'd be like, okay, it's 4 p.m. This is the first time getting out of bed because someone finally texted me to go do something. So let's go do something. But then I feel like crap because I laid in bed all day. But at the time I didn't realize that. I didn't know. I would say for the last year or two, I have been doing really good about managing my emotions. And what I've realized, if I don't have certain habits in place, I could easily be back where I was before and very much just start ruining my life again. And it's so weird. It could come down to missing a meal or missing a walk. But like, that's how serious this disorder can be sometimes. It's very black and white. When you miss something or do something, you view yourself in all good or all bad. And it's like, I don't know. It's very much just emotional whiplash, back and forth, back and forth. For the most part, someone with BPD, I highly encourage you to have some kind of routine, some kind of habit, some kind of something going on. And I personally love having my routine and my habits on earlier in the day, because then I carry that with me for the rest of the day, thinking okay, I accomplished this, I did this. And I start to feel a little bit better about myself, because it's not that I was like, oh my God, I got a gold star for doing this and I can show everybody. It was more of just like, it's more of like a spiritual awareness and more of like just sitting with yourself accomplishment, rather than this big gold star that I get to show everybody. I didn't realize how much that would have an effect on my life and how much positivity that would bring me to my life. As someone who's been a negative Nancy for most of their life, I would never imagine. So I have certain habits that I do every single day that help me become the best version of myself. And honestly, they aren't like this big old task, this big rocket science thing, this big journal prompt thing that you have to do. It's like the smallest habits that like you literally have to force yourself to do. It's like normal people stuff, okay? But they have helped me so much. The first thing that I do when I get up every single morning is get ready. Whether I do a full face of makeup or not, just something to make me feel a little bit better about myself and showing up in the world. If I roll out of bed at noon and I don't wash my face off, I don't brush my hair out, if someone texts me at 1 p.m. asking me to do something, I'm going to be irritated because I'm not ready. Now I have to take so much time. Now I feel like I'm ruining their time. And that's like this mental warfare that I have. And I didn't realize me not getting ready every morning was having an effect on me. Especially when you're like in a deep depression, the last thing you want to do is wake up bright and early in the morning and be like, I want to brush my hair and teeth and get ready for the plans that I don't even have. You don't necessarily want to do that. But what I found by doing this every single day, no negotiation, is that when people go to ask me to do something, I'm more likely to show up, and not even just show up as a better person, because not that I got ready for them, I got ready for me and my day. The next thing that I like to do every morning after I get ready is just to get some kind of movement in my body. I'm not talking about go do a bodybuilding workout at the gym for 2 hours. That's not what I'm talking about at all. What I'm talking about is just going on a small walk, maybe cleaning my house, cleaning something that I haven't cleaned in a while. Because usually a lot of the time these things take 15 to 30 minutes. They don't take that long. And it's a good way to start your day. You accomplished something. You went for a walk. Okay, you got some of your steps in. You cleaned something in your house you've been thinking about a long time. Okay, you've straightened up your room and it hasn't been straightened up in a long time. You don't have to do a deep clean. Just something that like gets some movement in your body, because movement is so important to human bodies. And when we start neglecting our bodies and ourselves on a spiritual level and a mental level, we know that. Like, our brains are not stupid. You're smarter than you think you are. So it's going to send signals and stuff to your body if you're not doing these things, like, hey, can you please do this? And it's going to cause a lot of anxiety and like pent up emotions, because like you're fighting your spiritual self and your mental self with your physical self. But it's really, really hard when you're not in a good space. It's hard to do those things, and I completely understand that. But certain times it does come down to just doing the dang thing rather than motivation, because motivation comes after. You don't feel like doing these things at first. You feel like doing them after you accomplish them time and time again, because your brain then knows that you can accomplish it. But the first few times, you're not going to feel like doing those things. Your brain and body is not stupid. It's going to know if you're neglecting it. So don't neglect it. Just do something small. You'd be surprised on how such a small task can improve your mood and like your behaviors throughout your day. You'd be so surprised on how much of you not doing these things you carry on into the rest of your day. Another big thing that I need to remember, love to remember at all times, is that hunger is an emotion. And if you're not giving your body nutritious, full meals, you're going to display that. As much as you say like, no, I want to be a skinny queen, I don't want to eat, or I should eat this small thing. Hey, guess what? Your body's and emotions are not stupid. It's going to start freaking out on you and the people around you, because hunger is emotion. We don't need to be hangry. I may be projecting a little bit because I do have a past with an eating disorder, but I do think food literally can change your life. It can change your life, and the foods that you're eating can change your life. So make sure you're eating full and nutritious meals and foods throughout your day, no matter what day it is. Even if you have body goals, whether you're trying to lose weight, you still need meals in your life in order to reach those goals. Whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, maintain weight, it doesn't matter. Just try to have healthy, happy hormones. You need food. You need food. So that is not up for negotiation. Every single day, usually earlier in the day. So that way it's not like I have a midday crash because I forgot to eat. No, food is so important. It will help your moods all the time. This very sounds simple, but to me, we're rocket science. So like, I don't even know why I'm sharing this information if it's not rocket science, but to me, it was rocket science. So I'm sure somebody else is thinking the same thing. Another big thing I want to get into is your environment. Your environment will have a role on how you feel, how you act, the things that you say. Basically, you are who you hang around. As much as you can think you can live in a toxic environment and still be positive and not toxic, it rubs off. Again, your brain and your body is not stupid. It will react to those things. So if you're not in a great environment, do anything you can to get out. I know you might not have the finances, you might not have the resources, but I'm telling you right now, as someone with BPD who's been there, figure it the fuck out or you will ruin your life. You will. Don't do that. When I was in my abusive relationship, my skin looked so bad. I was 20 pounds smaller than this. I was just so depressed, and I thought that like, oh, I can make it better. It will get better. It will do this. And I sat in that cycle for years, and I don't want you to be in that either. And there were a lot of reasons I should have or could have stayed, but I know that environment was not for me. So like, say if you're like under the age of 18 and you can't get out of your house yet, it is a bad environment. I completely understand that. Save up for the day when you're 18. Invest in your adult self and in your future self into not staying where you're at today. You don't need to be there. You don't have, like, this is your life. And I know certain times like cutting off family and doing certain things may be super hard, but your environment is so important because again, your brain and body is not stupid. It's not stupid. Those are just a couple habits and practices I try to stay aware of every single day and try to practice every single day because it really does. It has changed my life, like complete 180, complete. I used to do so many substance, used to scream at everyone in my vicinity. I used to just be this angry, sad girl, and I don't want to be that anymore. I thought about the traits that I wanted to be. I started doing things for myself in the morning by getting ready, going on a small walk, going to the gym, changing my environments. I've done all those small things to help me live a better life. And I hope those tips and tricks have helped you too. And I know it's easier said than done. So hopefully I can help motivate you and encourage you to do the same things. So this morning, I'm going to take you along with me on my little morning routine journey or whatever we want to call it. Just so maybe I can motivate you or plant the seed in you that you can do these things because I never in a million years thought I would be here. I did not think I would have these habits and I did not think I'd be able to help motivate people to have these habits. So as you can tell, I'm already ready. Part 1 accomplished. I've already imaged and imagined the person I want to be because I've been doing this for a long time. I want to be kind and nice. I want to help others. I want to be able to help myself. I want to be able to do all those things. So, okay, 2 things down. Check mark, checks. But now we just have to go on a walk, get our foods in our bodies and do the thing. So I figured I would take you along with me and show you what that kind of looks like for me. So let's go do the thing. I know this vlog isn't going to be very long. I just wanted to plant the seed for you because today is usually my podcasting day, but we had some things come up. So I really can't go to my studio today to record. So we're doing a vlog instead. So come with me. We're going to go on a small walk. We're going to go eat the foods and yeah, this sounds like a boring little vlog, but like I think it's so important and I want to hang out with you guys. So let's go hang out. Let's go do the thing. Let's go for a little hike. All right, friends, in order to keep the camera quality good and the sound sounding good, I'm going to be recording this part on my phone because you know how many times I made a video and it freaking flopped because I don't know how to work a camera and a microphone? Literally only know how to make it work inside of a building, but not outside. It always just sounds muffled. But I got my liquid motivation because I'm not going to sit here and say that I raw dog life without any substance. This is a substance. Caffeine is a substance. I don't do substances, just the caffeines. But yeah, so now I'm drinking this energy drink before I go on this walk because it doesn't always come natural, okay? Also, the game energy drinks from Bucked Up are disgusting. But someone bought these for my birthday, and I don't want to be an ungrateful little brat. So we're drinking them, and I'm enjoying it. Thanks, Dad. Ugh. But yeah, we're just gonna go on this little walk. I'm not even sure if I drove to a hiking trail. I don't know if you guys know anything about Ohio, but I live in Ohio, and I live in the Cuyahoga Valley, basically. So like it's huge. It's basically all of Ohio. Not all of Ohio, but very big portion of Ohio. So I drove to a certain part, but sometimes I drive to certain parts and it's just a pavilion, and sometimes I drive to a part and it's just a meadow. I see a little trail over there. Let's see if you can see it. So I think that's a little trail right there, but I can't read that sign. But yeah, that's what we're going with. Hopefully it's a trail. If not, I'm gonna start screaming because it's already 11 and I hate being off routine. But yeah, so let's go see what this little trail is. Let's go see. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's giving euphoric, and I'm probably messing up this photographer's picture because he's definitely trying to take pictures right now. I found the trail. This bridge is looking a little pointless. Where's the water? Okay. So cool. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick. Okay, we're back to dirt. I've literally never been on this trail before. And it's so pretty. Like, it's so naturey. I can't breathe. But I'm having fun. It might sound like I'm dying. I really am having fun though. Guys, I was running around the woods being all whimsical and fun. And I twisted my ankle on a rock. Now it hurts. And I have an Apple Watch on, so at least I know how far I need to go back. But like, dude, I have almost a mile to walk back and I feel like I sprained my ankle. All right, friends, we made it back. My ankle is okay. I'm a little tired because I walked a little longer than I wanted to. I don't know if you can see this. My arm is not gonna be there, I already know it. But I walked almost 3 miles. I didn't mean to do that. You don't have to do all that much. You can literally walk for 10 minutes for half a mile and it's fine. I didn't mean to do that much. I couldn't find the loop because I have no sense of direction. So I had to turn around and re-walk everything that I walked before. So maybe should have thought that through. But now I'm about to go home, get some food in my belly because I am starving. I think I'm just gonna have like put together a little salad and like some bread, to be honest. I love bread. But yeah, let's go home, let's go eat, and then I will talk to you guys there. I feel like a lot of people forget that borderline personality disorder stems from neglect. So if you're neglecting yourself, your brain is not stupid. Even if you're having a day where you're self-deprecating and think that you're dumb and all this stuff, your brain and your body is not stupid. So if you continue neglecting yourself, what do you think that's going to trigger? If you have borderline personality disorder, honestly, what do you think that's going to trigger? Your symptoms. You've been neglecting yourself for so long or have been neglected by someone else for so long that your brain and your body's freaking out. So you need to make sure that you're fueling your body, eating your foods, and just do the things that make you feel good, that make you feel like you honor yourself. Ever since I kept that in mind, it has been a lot easier to manage my symptoms. I'm not sitting here saying that they all went away and this is the cheat code to never dealing or struggling with BPD again, but it is extremely helpful to do these things. I make sure to honor myself every single day before doing anything, and it has been a life changer. All right, friends, that's pretty much how I spend my morning. I probably look a bit greasy right now because I need to hop in the shower, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. After I get some food in my body, I always try to do something that honors me, whether that's me creating more content, maybe just journaling, maybe just watching a show I've been watching. I just do something that makes me feel like I did something for myself. And it honestly helps me internally a lot. It helps me in my relationships, and I show up better because I've been showing up for myself. I feel like a lot of the times, as someone with BPD, we neglect ourselves a lot. And if we're not tending to ourselves and our daily needs, we will eventually project out onto other people. And as much as you want to sit here and say like, no, I don't, no, I won't, blah, blah, blah. We're human. We do. That's how you can tell that there's something going on there, and if you're not tending to yourself. So if you're neglecting yourself, I feel like that shows up a lot more in your daily life, whether that's your job, your relationships, friendships, no matter what it may be. I know this isn't like how to heal your BPD, but it is some tips and tricks on how I was able to manage my everyday life better and how I show up as a better person. There is a lot of inner work and background work you have to do in order to feel, I guess, like whole or like not as crazy, but that is definitely a start. Like if you're not getting up and getting ready, I think that's definitely a place that you should start. If you're not doing anything for yourself, I think it's a great start to start doing things for yourself. because it helps you dig deeper within yourself because you're actually being present with yourself. Even if you go through it dissociated the first few times, you can eventually prove to your brain that you can do it, and eventually the dissociation will quiet down a little bit and you'll be able to tune in a little bit more. But yeah, I know this video wasn't too crazy. I really do hope it was helpful, and if it was helpful, definitely let me know down in the comments down below. And if there's something else that you think is super helpful that you have implemented in your daily life, let me know in the comments down below. You might help me, you might help someone else's reading, or maybe even I made you realize something that you do every day that has been helping you. And sharing that will help more people than you will ever know. It really will. So let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I will be posting more vlogs. I'm getting a little more comfortable and a little more confident about my situation, because no matter where you are in life, it is completely okay. Because it will always be okay. Just because it will. Because it always is. Everything always ends up okay. Even when you think it won't, next thing you know, it's okay again. So, we're back. We're better. We're doing the dang thing. Again, I really do hope this video helped you, and please let me know if it did. I love you guys more than anything in the world, and until next time, I love you guys. Bye.